Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Hello and welcome to Rahman Digital Production. This is lecture number 89 of physics. In today's lecture, we are starting exercise 14, and as usual, first we are dealing with the section A. So there are multiple choice questions inside this section. We have to select one of the four given option. Let's understand first the first question. Which of the following statement about the size of the image formed to a plane mirror is wrong? They want us to find the wrong statement. Let us discuss the first statement. The image can be taller than the mirror. Yes, this is correct. So this is not the answer because they want us to find only the wrong answer. So this one is the correct. So this is not the answer. B. The length of the image depends on the object distance. No, it is wrong because if the distance is more, the object will also be smaller. But it doesn't depend on the object distance. So this is wrong and this is the correct answer. Very amazing. The wrong is the correct answer. So B is the correct answer, but let us explore the other options as well. The width of the image is the same as the width of the object. This is also perfectly all right. So this is not the answer. The D part is saying the image height depends on the object height. This is also correct. So it is not also the answer. Now part number 2, they have given us the diagram. I drew it. So let us understand the question. The diagram shows a ray of light incident on the surface of a liquid and its subsequent path. So keeping in mind the figure, the refractive index of the liquid is given by, you know that refractive index is equal to sine I divided by sine R. So one thing about this question you have to keep in mind that the two angles given, one is the correct, which is this 60 degree, but the second is not with the normal. This angle will be the refracted. Always the angle we are taking angles we are taking are with the normal. So this angle will be 40 degree. Now n will be equal to sine 60, which is given to us, and the next one will be sine 40, not sine 50. Keep in mind because that angle is not with the normal. So in this case the correct option they given us is C. Now the next question is saying that the refractive index of benzene. So let me write N is equal to 1.5. And you must have to understand that this is without any unit. What is the critical angle? So we have to find critical angle, and you know that sine C is equal to 1 over n. So I am writing sine C is equal to 1 divided by 5. So here C is equal to sine inverse 1 divided by 1.5. Now at this particular juncture, the calculator must be in action, and we are getting the answer from the calculator is 41.8. So it means the B option is the correct one because they given us B as the 42 degree. So this is the correct option. Now we are turning our focus to section number B, which are composed of structured questions. Question number 1, A part is saying with the help of an illustrative diagram, state the laws of reflection. So we studied that, but for your memory refreshment, I wrote it again. There is a polished surface mirror, which is this one. There is an incident ray, and after reflection, we denoted it by the reflected ray. So the first law of reflection is saying that the incident ray, refracted ray, and normal to the surface all lie in the same plane. The red dotted lines I made represent that it is forming a plane surface, and you can see that incident ray, reflected ray, and normal, which is a white dash line, all lies in the single plane. So that is the first law of reflection. The second law of reflection is saying the angle of incidence is equal to the angle of reflection. That is, angle I is equal to angle R. Now in this particular case, this angle will be equal to this angle. If you increase the size of incident ray, you will find increase in the reflected ray as well. So those were the two laws of reflection. Now we are turning to a very important question, and that is part B of question number 1. A bus driver looks into a plane mirror which is 20 centimeter long. Now this is a plane mirror, and that is 20 centimeter long. I divided that by that dashed line 10 centimeter above and 10 centimeter below the dash line. So totally it becomes 20 centimeter. Now further the question is saying which is placed 50 centimeter in front of him, in front of the driver. So you can see that there is 50 centimeter here, that is 50 centimeter in front of him. If the rear window is 500 centimeter, which is this one, if the rear window, the windows at the back of the driver car, is known as rear window, and the question is saying that if it is 500 centimeter away from the plane mirror, through what length of the rear window can he see whenever he looks into the mirror while he is driving. Now E is the eye of the driver, and M and N is the mirror. All the dense distances are given. You can see that from the figure, and then I wrote also that here MN is the mirror of length 20 centimeter. E is equal to position of driver's eye. D is the distance from center C of mirror. MN is equal to 50 centimeter. Now we have to find that dash line, and that is ABX, that how much area is exposed to the driver when he is seeing in the mirror. So let at a distance of 500 centimeter from the mirror, the width of the field vision is X. And as you can see that I label it with the X here. We have to find the value of this X. So the distance from point V will be 50 plus what? 50 plus 500, which you can see that this is 500 and this is 50. So totally it will be 550 centimeter. Now applying, because this triangle is the same as this triangle. So and now applying the properties of similar triangle, if we are taking the ratio, so X ratio will be equal to, X ratio is this one, and that will be equal to this one. And here I wrote that the two ratios are equal, and the second ratio will be equal to this to this VC. So we have written 500 and VC. The rest is a simple calculation. So if you are not familiar with the trigonometry or the concept of triangle, you can visit my channel, and there you can find the lectures on triangles, so you will clear your concept. So when we are doing like this, so it will be, we will get 220, and that is the final answer. Now we are turning our focus to question number 2, and question number 2, A part is saying the diagram below shows an object O placed between two plane mirror M1 and M2. This is M1 and this is M2. There are two plane mirrors. So arranged at 90 degree, and you can see that they are at 90 degree here in each to each other. State how many images can be formed and show them by means of ray formation. So eye is here, this is the eye, and this is the object which is red one. Now the eye will see this object first at this location, because the distance of this and this will be the same. Not in this case it is the same, I roughly drew it, but these will be the same, and then it will be directed to the eye. So because it is a small object, so it is denoted by only one. The second one will be seen here and it will be directed to this. The third one will be seen here and it will be directed to the eye. So three images will be formed, and that is I1, and this will be I2, and this will be I3. We discussed these techniques in greater detail. If you haven't studied yet my that lecture, go back, study it, and then come back and understand it. Okay, the B part is saying multiple images can be formed using a thick glass mirror containing a coat of silver on its back surface. Now this is a thick mirror. You can see that its width is more. So the two lines are shown. The back side is silver, which is shown by these small dashes. Now the object is here, and the first image will be formed with a very weak reflection. There is internal reflection inside this as well. So you can see that there is internal reflection as well. You can see that this and this and this, like this and this, they are the internal reflection because the thickness is more. So the second image will be the main image we are seeing here. The third image will be I2, and the fourth image will be I4. So here I wrote, we discussed that in greater detail, so there will be no problem for you people if you have seen my video about the internal reflection. So main image will be the brightest one. I have written here the main image. If somebody is asking you that why these multiple images are forming in this mirror, so the answer I wrote here, ordinary mirror made by silvering the back face of a sheet of glass suffer from the disadvantage that extra images are formed by reflection from the front surface of the glass, and also by multiple internal reflection inside the glass, as you can see. So that was the whole story about question number 2. Now we are turning our focus to question number 3. In A part, they are saying what is refraction of light. Illustrate with a diagram. So there is a glass slab, you can see. There is an incident ray. When it is hitting the air glass junction, it is reflected towards the normal, and when it is emerging out from the glass to the air, again it will go with the same angle as that ray entered to the denser medium. So I have written here for your memory refreshment again the bending of light towards the normal when it is entering from a less denser medium to that of denser medium is called refraction of light. Now, the second part is interesting one, and they are saying discuss whether this ray within the prism will undergo total internal reflection when it hits the uh, face AB of the prism. So they given us the figure. I completed it. Only this portion is not given in the question. So that is the answer. Now when it is entering, it will be with the 90 degree to this side, and it will be directly going to this corner and will return back on the original path. So I have to return no internal reflection will be there. And I told you that on the path this ray is going to hit the surface AB and BC junction vertex, it will go back on that line again, as I shown that by the red lines, red arrows. So white arrow is showing that it is going on the same path, and red arrowheads are showing that it is coming out again on that path. So there will be no internal reflection. If it was like this, so it could come like this, and then it will go out just like we studied in one of the example. So in this particular case, there is no internal reflection. Ladies and gentlemen, with this I have to stop my lecture, and there are 2 to 3 questions are remaining, and that are of extreme importance. So stick to me for that. Tomorrow we will do inshallah that. Have a nice time. Allah Hafiz.